and welcome to my channel. So I wanted to make this little video because I want to share with you all the different oils that I carry, and that way when you do purchase them, you know how to use them and what they're good for. Okay, so first let me share with you the blue moon oils that were just created. I have 11 of them available. I will link them below. The blue moon oil was created this Aquarius full moon in August. So the energy was a lot of gratitude and manifesting, but it was also with a lot of changes. I feel like what Spirit says, these oils are great when you want to implement a lot of loving changes in your life. So what I do in my oils, and I'm going to share with you, because this one is my personal one. I absolutely love it. The smells are always different. The only ones that I have repeat smells of is when it's a specific blends that you need to add in order to create like different oils. Like for example, this love spell oil always has the same scent because it has very specific ingredients. So, and now these are one of the most popular next to the smaller version of the love spell oil. So what you do with this is I will shake it around. I never fully fill this bottle. So sometimes when you get them, you tend to freak out because you think it's going to be all the way to the top. And you're like, oh, I only got halfway. They do sometimes spill. I'm trying to still work with the different glues because this is something we put on our skin. So you don't want anything toxic. And since the glue that I use for this, it's not toxic. I just put oils on me. It doesn't stick, too well. So sometimes you do have spillage, even if I triple wrap. Oh, this one smells so good. Well, so what you do with this oil is the aromatherapy is wonderful because some of them like smell so good. Like this one, I wish I would have written like exactly what went into it because it has to be one of my favorite scents. So what I do is I'll rub it, see, like on the palm and the wrist, and I love it. So you could smell this. It's almost like a very old vintage scent to this oil. I still have a few. This one is a lot more pricey because it's just amazing. So say that I don't have a lot. It's pricier. And the energy that I feel like I dedicated this one to my goddess, like I work with my goddess with this oil. Now, when I put on these oils, the whole purpose of these is invoking that beautiful divine energy. So with this one, it represents my goddess Yemaya. So what I do is I invoke her essence and her energy, and when I work with Yemaya, it's usually protection, healing, protection over my altars, that I work for you all, for I work for myself, because I have 2 personal altars and then I have 3 different altars that I use for you all. So, I invoke her essence and her energy to just keep my frequency at a high level, to align me with, positive energy. And you can just feel this kind of like peaceful energy when you put on these goddess oils. You'll get chills, especially like as I am invoking her presence and her energy aligned with the frequency and all of the potent, powerful stuff that go into the oil. You get like this serenity and these big chills, and I absolutely love, love, love. So I very little this one. I might have to just take another from the stash for me. Okay, so the blue moon one is similar to that one. The scent is completely different. I have not opened it, so I don't even know what it smells like. So what happens when I make these oils is I connect with spirit, I connect with the energies. What are the sense of that energy for that month, for that moon cycle? Example, I didn't bring the sunflower oil. I didn't bring the sunflower oil. The video that I had prior, when I did the Virgo, I used the sunflower oil. I love the sunflower oil because it's a very kind of citrusy yet almost like jasmine type smell. So it's like a combination of both. So it's very fresh but then very delicate all at the same time. And I use that oil to anoint my candles. I also added to the spray bottles. So this is why I created this video, so you could see that there's so many different things that you could do to your oils. And for a perfect example, so I have this amazing, this is 1800 cologne. I know this cologne because my great grandmother used to use it. And it has already a very powerful smell. It's great for cleansing, of bringing up your frequency. I also use it around the home, like if I feel that there's stale energies or blocks or whatever, I will do this around my bed, front doors, windows, closets, just to create that beautiful energy and get rid of any lower vibrational energies. Now, what you could do is when you have splashes like this that you like and you want to add powerful energies to it, you could grab a little bit of your oil, open up the bottle, and just put like the oil. Try not to get like the herbs, because all these oils usually come with a little bit of herbs. Try not to get them because they get stuck, unfortunately, in the little thingy in the spray, and then eventually it doesn't work. Been there, done that a few times, and I know it's hard because that's why. So now my spray bottles are smaller. I haven't been able to get the bigger ones. But that's a great thing that you could do. Like example, this is a bottle. This is Zoom Mist, which I love. I always recommend Zoom Mist. They're like $8 something to $9 for one of these bottles of their type of mist. So these are bottles that I reuse. You can see, you know. So what I do is I'll add crystals. I'll add my oils to it, and these are great. See, you could tell. See how it doesn't spray? Sometimes it gets stuck in there. So that wasn't a good example. So now I have to use it like a cologne. And then it's really nice because then this one smells, you can smell the cologne. Like it's almost like, I'm gonna guess that I added Florida water to it. You can smell rue, but then also you could smell jasmine. So you could tell that the last couple of months was a lot of jasmine energy. Now, with the goddess oil, not only do you use it on your wrist, let's say that you're gonna go out, you're going out and you want to attract, right? It's really, really important. People automatically think that they're just gonna grab the oil and put it on. Yes, the oil has a lot of attraction, but you also want to set intention. Everything that you buy, you want to program and set your personal intentions. Something that you could do is you could write, let's say that you want to get married. So you could write on a little piece of paper. So I will grab some brown paper and just take a small piece, cut it with your hands. Really important that you rip with your hands. And make it small because intentions is you don't want to write a letter. You want to write a small power word. Let's say that I want to get married. So I will write engagement because of course I want to get married. So in the process of getting married, it's something to be engaged. But let's say that you're engaged, then you will write wedding date. So then that would be the next step, setting that wedding date. But let's say that for me it's just engagement. I will use the energy of red because it's the energy of love. It's also the energy of manifesting. You see, small little paper engagement. You could even break it down a little more. And then you're gonna grab it and you're gonna open up your little bottle and you're gonna stick it right in there. And then you're gonna hold this intention over your bottle. Now, I won't do that because this is already programmed. So, just giving you an example. Let's say that you want more sexuality, you know, maybe it's stale in the passion. So that's what you want to add to your oil. You want to have more passion, more lust, more sensuality. And these are words. You could write all 3 words on 2 different papers and put them in there. And then when you put on the oil, you say that I'm so sensual. My beloved lusts over me. We make passionate love. You know, these are words, power phrases that you want to word to add to your oils, but also to put the intention. Okay, now Venus. So I wanted to share with you all this beautiful energy. I just as I'm holding the oil, I feel the chills. Like, it's amazing. I absolutely love, love, love my oils. So that's why when I get people that just leave 2 or 3 stars, I just like, I don't understand. I don't understand. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's just like, why? Like, what happened? Like, you know. So this oil, you want to. This one has a sweet smell because, of course, it's for attraction, and it also has almost like, I can't even pinpoint what exactly is in it. It does have lavender. I can see the lavender. I don't know what else it has in there. Can't really tell. But you can see, oh sorry, you can see like the different energies in the oils. And doing the Venus goddess invocation, this is what you want to do with that oil. You want to invoke the beautiful energy of the goddess. Now, something that I like to do is I like to write letters. Now, you get a regular piece of paper if you like to write books, because I know many of you do. I like to write small little pieces of paper because I find that the more precise, the more powerful the phrase, the word, and the more simple it is, the bigger bang. So I will write to the goddess. Let's say I want to work on self-beauty, right? So I would write, dear goddess. At this moment, we're working with Venus. Dear goddess Venus. And then I share my gratitude. I am extremely grateful. And I write extremely grateful. See that? I am extremely grateful that my self-healing, self-love, inner goddess energy is so potent and powerful. Thank you. And I will write thank you again. Goddess Venus, for all your blessings. And then at the end, I will write amen. And so it is. Beautiful. Venus loves letters. I know we live in a date and time that everything is very technological, but you want things to be manifested, you want to write letters. And of course I use pretty colors that I connect with. Like this is like a very pretty like mauve, and it's very glittery. I will rip the edges off that are excess, and then I will grab my Venus oil and I will anoint in 5. Thank you, beautiful goddess of love, Venus, for my self-healing, for my beautification, for my inner goddess energy that is up, and I feel so great. I am so aligned, and I am truly grateful for all the work that you've done for me. So what I do is I do the sacred cross. Some people like to do like pyramids. I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I will close it. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the middle 5, and then I close it into a cross. Some people just let the dabs. It all depends on how you personally connect with your spiritual upbringings. I like to use the sacred cross. Then I do the same thing, 5 points. 1, 2, heart chakra, 3, wrist, 4, the other wrist, 5. If you want sensuality, then instead of doing your wrist, you want to do behind your knees, because it's sensual, okay? This is always for external. Smells so good. So thank you, beautiful goddess of love. I invoke your essence and your energy to just beautify me, lift my energy so that I assume my true goddess inner being, and that I invoke this essence and energy so I walk in the path of goddess love and energy and frequency. Amen. And so it is, and so is the blessing. So much to be. Another thing you could do is, and I didn't bring them here, lately I've been sending a lot of you. You might have gotten this because I wanted to share this beautiful energy with you, because I've been working this energy with a lot of my clients that need healing and self-love and just kind of bringing themselves up. Because unfortunately, when we are in a relationship, sometimes your spouse or partner or lover, they might not give you like all of the attention that you want. So by you doing this self-love and self-healing, you radiate, and then you attract them to show you more attention, more conversations, more sensuality. You know, even if it's long distance, because I get that a lot. Oh, but there's long distance, you know. Well, what I would do is, when you're writing to the goddess, because right now I'm talking about self-love and beautification and healing, because, you know, I've been through like a little bit of kind of personal health issues. So I'm working on uplifting, you know, my frequency and my health and whatnot. So you could write, dear goddess, I would like more open communication with my beloved. I want my beloved to be able to hear me and have conversations so we could share with each other these beautiful open communications and understanding, where we speak in a very loving manner, you know. So, you know, add that. And like again, I said, you know, you could say more communication, better expression, because then you have, you know, spouses and partners the time to like keep everything in, you know, very shell mode, you know, like a little turtle. So you could add, oh, I would love for my partner to be more open with me and embrace, you know, the possibility of expressing what they're feeling. Because a lot of people don't like to share their problems because they feel like, well, this is my problem, I have to take care of it. So then they want to shield you. You know, they're not trying to do it on purpose. It's more of a, I don't want to bury them with this, you know, situation, or they feel like it's baggage, or, you know, they're putting that on you. So it, you know, that doesn't have to do with you. Another thing that I do is I use it for my candle magics. That's why, for those of you that have gotten this, I usually send 1 or 2 candles, the love spell candles, and you could scribe it on the candle. You know, communication, self-love, goddess energy, you know, if your frequency is low. A lot of you are getting jobs, and you think that this, you know, this has nothing to do with it. Actually, it does, because when you're going to a job, you get nervous, and your throat chakra, it starts to close, and you don't know what to say. But if you are in alignment with the goddess energy, then you're more expressive. The words just flow. You get synchronized with the person that's going to interview, but is like-minded. So a lot of goes into these energies when you're living with the law of flow and synchronicity. That's what I add, is a lot of synchronized energy to my oils. So that's for the goddess. Another thing is that we use this oil on the Friday energy, because the Friday energy is all about Venus. So you could look, I'm going to take an example. Where do I have it? I think it's here. Let me see if the almanac does it. That's September. It doesn't tell you the Venus energy, but usually it'll tell you like every energy. So We have a new moon on Monday, the 6th of September. And the new moon, the energy is white. So my love spell candles are white, but then they have like, you know, fuchsia glitter. So you could use that energy, and it's in the vibrant energy of Virgo. Um, the incense is hyssop, or hyssop. I don't know how to say it right, which is a very beautiful flower. If I'm not mistaken, it's the one that's really puffy. And it's also Labor Day and Rosh Hashanah. So like there's a lot of energy. Another thing that I do is right after Labor Day, I make my scarecrows to protect the home. So maybe I'll do a little video sharing that with you all. Here's another thing. So I have a video that I should be putting up on how to use the energy of the dolls. And then I just got these cute little kits for you all. So for you all to work more magic and love. Dolls are really powerful because when you feel like there's not enough conversation with you and your beloved or understanding, you could put the energy in the doll. And then I get these and I do kind of my own love spell. So when you get your dolls, you could anoint them with the beautiful energies of the Venus oil, especially if you want to bring more love in a relationship. Now they're super, super cute little dolls. And you could add blessing these beautiful dolls to bring a lot of love and energy into them. So if you've gotten the dolls from me that I make for you, I always send you oils more often than not. If not, you could order the Venus oils. They're not expensive. I think I have them for like $9.99 or something. And they last a long time because you only need a small dab. Now, this one has, it tells you, let's see. So you're gonna put the name of the person. So it's just pretty much showing you the energies to the dolls. They're super cute. I'm planning to use this for like binding spells. So what I would do for the spell is I will connect the dolls. Of course, I'll add the energies to them, and then I do the binding. That'll be available on my webpage very soon. I'm kind of still working on the webpage. I'm new to that webpage stuff, and I've been doing it like myself. I have had some help, but in order to make it an e-commerce, I have to do something else. So I'm working on that. Now, I don't think I put them up on my shop yet. These are my the love spell oils. So this is like for really how do I say, stubborn energies. It has extremely powerful and precise herbs. It has cinnamon, it has vanilla that I had to order because in order to get real vanilla you have to, you know, order the real stuff. And then of course it has roses, and everything is inside. The scent, and now I have a lot of scents going. So everything smells now too much. I have to smell some coffee. The scent is very light because it's almost between flower and vanilla. But then you could also smell the cinnamon. So cinnamon is great for attraction. When I do the love spells for you all, you notice when I do some of the videos that you see here or my TikTok or my Instagram, you notice that I add cinnamon, because cinnamon is attraction energy. So you're setting the intention because the intentions are being written. You know, I write the intentions for you, not the books that you send me. I break it down into, you know, even when I do the readings, we do the readings and Spirit is talking, you know, and then I do like, what is this reading about? Like, what is the main topic Spirit wants to show you? So everything always has like a main frame, and that's what you want to do when you're doing intentions. Because you know, and I understand because you guys don't understand magic. So I'll say, so what is, and I used to say intentions. Now I say, what is your intention? And I still get books. So, you know, you'll get, well, I would like to what was the last one that I got that I was like, okay, wait a minute. Spirit's like, they're not even together. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm like writing back, are you guys together? And she's like, oh, we just met two months ago or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember how the story went. And I think they went on like one date and they kind of clicked. But then for some reason he got really busy because I think he like, I don't know, he travels for work or something. And she was just like freaking out and she wants to get married and, So, when we're doing intentions, we want, what is the next step? It's great to get married. It's great to set those long-term goals and desires, but you also want the trickling. You want the next date and the calling and the maybe going together and just having coffee or, you don't want to overwhelm the energy, especially that nowadays people are like living their moments. They're not rushing to, do the next. And I get some of you that got, you're like, no, I want this. Enjoy the now. It's all about the climb. It's all about the energy. I just talked to someone not so long ago, and because my goal, this was me, but I was married. I told my husband, if I don't have all my kids by the time I'm 30, after that I'm done, But I started very young. I got married at 17 or 16. I don't remember. I got married super young. Anyhow, so it was a different, setting. I do not see myself at the age that I am starting with a family because that was where my goals and my intentions. But then I have a really close client that we still, talk, and she started her career, and then she was dating her beloved for a really long time, but he was working on his career too. He just finished. So now they got married, and they've been together maybe like, I don't know, the marriage has been like maybe 1 or 2 years. It hasn't been that long. So she just got pregnant, and she's in her 40s. I'm like, I tell her, wow, that's amazing, and she's like super excited because now she could take time off of work because her husband, makes so much money, he does so well that she could actually, stay home and be with the baby. She doesn't want to stay there the whole time. So her mom is planning to move in, because then she's at the age that she doesn't want to live alone. And she's like, this is great. I get to spoil the baby. So it is about your time. Okay. She could have looked at me and been like, wow, you're in your 40s and you got grandkids. And I'm just starting with my kid. But she doesn't. She focuses on her life and her situation and how she wants it done. Little goals. And then, and we talk about that all the time because she's been scripting for a long time. She knew it was scripting before I knew it was scripting. I've been doing this since like 2011-ish or 12-ish. And then I didn't know there was a name to this until after the fact. And then she's like, yeah, I've been doing this, whatever. So she does that. She will script for the little things and then the long-term things. And that's what you want to do. So the same thing for these oils. When you get, like, for example, this is one of my most popular oils. I create these oils every new moon and full moon energy. Right now, the new batch is blue moon in Aquarius energy. Aquarius is very spiritual. It's very out there, very flamboyant, super creative. So it's a great time to get these oils because it opens up the essence of creating, these connections through synchronization. Because most of the time, and not all of them, but most of the times Aquariuses are very go with the flow. When they're more towards Capricorn is when they tend. So if you're like after February, you tend to be more with the flow. Before February, you're still kind of in that Capricorn sequence. So you tend to be more kind of like, I want things like this. So it all depends. Now, the blue moon energy, that means if there's been like a double energy, because we've been through this energy before, but now it's even more powerful and potent. So when you get this oil, you state it. Okay, communication. I want my beloved to hear me. I want my beloved to call me. Every time I put on this oil, my beloved, and you express what you want your beloved to do. This is how you work these oils. Yes, I've sent these oil. I got a client, this was happened back in 2020, that she was super upset because she made the order. She told me she wanted a refund. I refund and I sent her the oil. And then she got mad at me because she said the oil was, I don't know, she didn't like the smell or something. And she was like, I mean, she was venting. And I was like, did she not notice I just sent her some free stuff and she literally is bitching at me? Let ego go. And I messaged her back. I said, listen, you're not in a good place. You're going through something. And I am the punching bag right now. I go, you canceled. Look at your order. Spirit told me to send this to you because you needed this. Relax, breathe. I go, just put it on. I said, just put it on. Put it on, go about your business. She messages me like a week later and she says that she didn't know what to tell me because she was so embarrassed. So she's like, she says, I listened to you, I put it on, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Then of course she vents and tells me what she was going through. It turned out that she had some issues at work, and then also at the same time some issues in her relationship, and then some issues with her kids. Like her life was in shambles. She was really going through it. And she says that she put on the oil and the job called her, apologized, gave her a promotion. Her beloved reconnected. And then she told her kid, here, put some oil on. Because the kid was going through stuff. So since they were going through stuff, they were kind of at each other's face. And I understand because she threw stuff at me. So that's how it is. Sometimes people can handle it. So they go through stuff. And who do they lash out at? The last person, the one, that's not even involved in the situation. So I know this stuff works. There is so much energy that goes through this. There's moon energy, there's crystal energy, singing bowls, drums. Like no one knows so much that I do behind the scenes. Love it. This guy is the Carnelian oil. The Carnelian oil. This one is gardenia. I'm gonna guess it's gardenia smell. Carnelian oil is for prioritizing creativity. If you have blocks at work, you want a promotion, you're starting a business and you want more prosperity, and I can feel the energy. Ooh, I can feel the energy. Now this oil, you could see that it has like almost like a shadowy, smoky mist to it. And it also has, you can see the carnelian, it has 100% real carnelian inside. I ordered this carnelian from the coal mining shop. And they told me where to get it because when I went there, they didn't have it because apparently it went viral on TikTok or something. Crazy stuff. So yeah, and I made these in April, May. So it has a lot of energy, and not only is carnelian inside, but it also around it, and I put selenite, labradorite. What else do I have around it? I can't even remember, but there's a lot of crystals that I have around it, and not even to mention the gardenia oils and the herbs that I put in it, because I put real organic herbs inside of my oils. Amazing stuff. This is something that you could use for your candle magic, especially for prosperity. So let's say that you got my root candles. Now, one of you guys got root candles and you put the oils in it, and I think it drowned the oil, and then the wick was too small or something. This is how I know, and I've been there, done that. So you want to get your oil, and this is what I do. I set the intention. So, especially that this is root, so I'm connecting with the beautiful essence and energy of root and prosperity, and anointing and blessing my oil to open up all the doorways to align me with the true essence and energy of prosperity. And this is how I know the intent, to bring me a lot of abundance and prosperity. and align me with a lot of attracting the cash flow. But see, I'm blessing it, but there's, I'm not adding the oil in it. To clear any and all blocks so that I am synchronized with effortless cash flow. I like to use Sacred Trinity. I use it threefold. And then I like my candle, which I don't have. I don't have my own. This oil is very thick because I just remembered that I use castor oil with this one. Now, Africa has a connection with castor oil because of the thickness. It's really good for your hair. It's really good for your hands. And I got it all over me. I anointed my candle. That's how I anoint it. See, you don't want to add too much oils and stuff. Even when I add the herbs to the candle, I try not to add too much because it drowns the candle. When that happens and you see your wick is like really low, what I do is I'll tilt the wax over. That way the wick keeps going. Unfortunately, a lot of it is because the people that manufacture these type of candles, their wicks are not like that. They're not big. So once they get to a certain level, if there's more wax and more stuff, it's gonna drown the wick, and eventually it doesn't work. But let's talk about magic. What does that mean when it's not flowing? It means there's a block. For instance, I did a spell yesterday, and I showed it. It was the Virgo spell, and then I posted it on my Instagram. I'm here doing my doll work because I had some dolls that I had to finish and send out. And as I'm sitting here, I heard a big clash. I thought it was maybe my husband was in the kitchen because he tends to clean up at night, so everything is nice and clean. He's so wonderful. And I figured that he let one of the cabinets go and it crashed, because I do that all the time. It's so annoying with the cabinets. I keep saying I'm gonna buy the little stickers, to like stop it. Anywho, my husband comes in the room. I'm mid video, and he's like, so I paused the video. I went over there, and he's like, babe, that was scary. He's like, I don't understand, because the flame was very little. And I know, because when I came to the room, the flame was like teeny tiny, like the spell was done. It was literally like really small bit of flame. Now, that's why I always tell you guys, fire safety. You don't know how many times I've used my fire extinguisher because it's energy work. So it blew up, and it was very powerful because it wasn't just me. It's kind of like I did it on my children. My son is going through kind of a lot of changes and a lot of disruption, and so I added him into the sequence. And of course, when I asked Spirit, okay, well, what happened, and they told me that it was because of my son. So then I'm able to, okay, what's the next step? When things are not synchronized, there is a block. So that means that you have to unblock it. How do you unblock? So I have a little, so was it right after that? I don't remember. Long story short is that I did a major cleanse in my house yesterday. I grabbed my little, the metal, it's almost like a metal cauldron that you use and go around the house. You put charcoal in it, and then you put the resin incense in it. I use copal, I think it's called copal incense. But then I use a lot of lavender, dry lavender that I have myself. I poured all that in there to bring also favor and luck and healing and peace. Lavender is wonderful. This is why a lot of my oils, if not all of my oils, contain natural lavender, because lavender is super, super strong and extraordinary. So I did that, and I did it all over the house. I went in every room, the charcoal's burning, but I would notice that it kept turning off. So what I did was I put a candle in it, and then I added more of my dried herbs, and that was like poof, it caught on fire and it burned. Like you could see it burning like black smoke. So whatever it was that was in my house, that incense burned it. Then after, even during doing this, and I'm still watching because mind you, this little cauldron is on fire, burning everything. I also got my sage that has lavender, it has sage, and it has marigold. Marigold connects you with the spiritual realm. So it's, my mom used to say, a mí no me gustan esas flores de muerto. So she would call them flowers of the dead. And I found out that yes, marigolds are a connection for you to connect with your ancestors, and I just got chills, of the past, loved ones. So having marigolds is really, really, really amazing. I think they also call it calendula, if I'm not mistaken, and you can correct me. But I'm pretty positive marigold is calendula. So using that incense, I went through all of my rooms again. Mind you, my cobalt is burning black. It burned so much that I had to throw the cauldron away. I was like, I'm not even. Like, Spirit was like, Daisy, this just cleanse your house. You need to get rid of it. I grabbed it. I don't second guess Spirit when it comes to stuff like that. Sometimes I've done spells for you guys, and Spirit's like, that needs to go. And it's perfectly fine. It just has a little this and that. But Spirit said, that needs to go. Because it did what it was supposed to do, and I cannot reuse that on somebody else. His Spirit says it needs to go. So I did all that, and then of course I used that my colonia and my holy water that I create myself all over the house. And the dreams last night were like, I was dreaming all night. So it's like you could tell like the energy lifted. Of course, I called Archangel Michael. I did oils. So I use, what oils did I use yesterday? I used my sunflower oil. So my oils are very blessed. So I went through every room doing sacred crosses. If you feel, especially now, there's a lot of lower vibrational energies out there. And I tend to overshare, so then I'll have people that envy or jealousy and stuff like that. So using these oils to anoint yourself. These are in my shop, and this is African Spring. I don't have a lot of them. I love these. These come from India, so they're very hard for me to get. The Lily of the Valley, Priscilla, I just got more. I haven't put it up on the shop because one of my beautiful clients absolutely loves that, and I have personal stash for me too. So what I will do is I will add some to my third eye, lining with the essence of divinity, of seeing, of uplifting, of knowing the truth. Okay, and I add it, to cleanse and open up, clarity. Into the same thing. And the reason why I share with you about the dreams is because a lot of the times when I cast spells for you all, many of you get dreams, but some of you are like, I didn't see anything, I haven't dreamed, or you'll tell me you don't dream. We dream. Problem is that you're probably blocked. A great thing to do is oil magic. So you might want to get some of your sunflower oil or your Venus oil that aligns you and put a little bit on your third eye, especially right before sleeping, and adding crystals under your pillow, like rose quartz for love, labradorite for psychic, intuitive messages from your spiritual guides, lapis lazuli connects me with Archangel Michael, clear quartz for clarity if your spirits are trying to send you messages. Adding these beautiful crystals and aligning with the oils will help you realize and see more. A lot of oil magic, my friends. So yeah, and this is how I anoint the candles. Now, once I'm finished with this video, I will light the candle. And I will be going live soon. That's my goal. I know I made this video very long. If you do have questions about the oils, please comment below. I will try to answer them. If any oil that you saw that maybe it's not in my shop and you want, let me know. Like I said, these, I don't think I put them in the shop. I could be wrong. I'm going to look. I have them in the larger bottle. I think all the smaller ones, I gave them to my Patreon. Because I told them I would. I told them, hey, this stuff, they literally waited this month. I usually try to get the packages out the first week, and they waited an extra week just because this oil needed that precise energy. And I even added a little bit of glitter to give it that beautiful love energy. So we all love glitter. I love glitter. So yeah, I think that is all for the oils for now. So like I said, just by using this magic and energy, you know, in different ways, you know, baths. Another thing is in your baths, draw the bath. And you don't have to use a lot. Just, you know, get the little bottle and put some oil in the bottle. And when the bath is halfway, add the oil. And if you're, you know, it's for receiving, you want to stir it clockwise. So, and then ask. More love, more communication, goddess energy, lifting up my frequency. If it's to clear, you would put clearing, letting go, unblocking, and then it's like, you know, letting it go the other way, counterclockwise, letting it go. So there's like so many beautiful ways you could use the oils. Another great thing, I'm always giving my oils away, you know, because I'll run into people that their energies are very low, you know, so I tend to always have them in my little book bag just in case I come across someone that I feel like, Spirit's like, yeah, you know that oil you have in your book bag? Yeah. So I'll take it out and be like, hey, you know, I don't mean to, you know, but I feel like this, you would benefit so much from this. And, you know, I give them a little story. I've never gotten somebody to be like, no. Usually they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I really needed this. Or it smells so good. Or, oh, you're so sweet. Like, I always get like really positive reaction. I feel like because Spirit knows that they need this, and they automatically feel that energy and that connection. So thank you all for supporting me. And please, if you do get the oils, Etsy now has a new algorithm that if we don't get 5 stars, they kind of like pretty much penalize us, which is really sad because there's a lot of people that just don't give 5 stars. They'll give 4 or they'll give 3. But 5 stars, they don't, it's, you know, then I have a lot of you amazing supporters that always like, you'll give me tips and leave me awesome 5-star reviews. I'm so grateful because Etsy now changed their algorithm and that reflects big time. So yeah, I have some giveaways coming up for September. Spirit hasn't actually showed me. And on YouTube, all of my Manifesting with the Angels videos, I will share here. And I will upload the rest. The goal is to finish all 30 days of Manifesting with the Angels videos. I will share them. I'm also doing some goddess meditation to invoke the goddess and uplift the energy. Lady D has been asking for that, and I'm working on that too. So a lot of fun, new, exotic source energy is coming into our September. And I will share the rituals and predictions soon. Spirit is kind of showing me. I've been behind. I'm not going to lie. Thank you all for supporting, for all your love. I truly appreciate it. And I send you a lot of blessings.